meteorologist Ella Dorsey.
And taking a look at your super 7-day forecast today, the only first alert weather day on the 7-day forecast. 50% chance of showers today. That coverage will be lower than yesterday, and the severe threats are low. So this is a low impact first alert. We get a water loaded atmosphere, which really decreases the threat of damaging winds. So we may see some street flooding and some lightning, but overall the severe risk is low. A few showers out there right now. I expect spotty thunderstorms. The most widespread they will be between about 5 to 6 p.m. and then we'll see them wind down after sunset. Tomorrow, the atmosphere will be drier, which means the coverage will be lower, but there's a slightly higher risk for damaging winds. So about a 30% coverage tomorrow in the early afternoon. May see a stray storm last after sunset, but again, 30% chance of rain. That's not a reason to cancel your outdoor plans. And gets even drier on Sunday. We start to heat up as that high pressure takes over. By Monday, Tuesday next week, we're in the mid 90s. We do have to watch the end of next week. We may see some sort of tropical low develop. It's something that we're going to be watching closely through the week, but it does look like our rain chances increase Wednesday and Thursday.